Okay, ladies and gentlemen, please take your seat. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
And welcome to the fast start session of module 4. Okay, and we are going to look at the concept of medical expenses presentation. So, everybody had lunch? Of course, yes. This is Malaysia. Door closed. So the course objective, obviously we are here to learn on how to market the powering medical expenses concept. Alright? Okay. Explanation and role play. Seen this before, I know.
Can want to present it in Hokkien again?
Okay,
Can no ma.
The next round we call him up.
Okay.
Wow, every section also me.
You ask Alex, you have to give you the stage. So why do people buy from you? Because there must be a reason, right? And certain rules of presentation, and as well as a process. Everything that we do, there must be a sales process, step by step. Okay? So what is the best policy in the world? Divorce. What makes you think it's cheap? It's not the end of the day yet.
Again, the module 4 repeated for third time already.
You listen many times. You also listen many times.
Listen many times in a day. That's the point.
Okay, I will Alex.
Okay, so the cost product, but this is true lah, because no matter how, at the end of the day, if nothing is ever purchased, there is no coverage for customer. So sometimes people say, hey, I want to compare, but if a person is too busy comparing and didn't make a decision to take up a plan, then in the end, there's no help to that person. Obviously, when someone say I want to compare, you would help the person. It's a job. Our job as an advisor is to help people to compare between company A, company B, company C. But if that drags on beyond a certain time, then we should encourage him to, in a way, stop comparing. Everything okay?
How many person?
40.
40.
Okay. So yeah, if that happens, I just share it with you lah as a something extra. For a hot date later. Now you see the same slide so many times until you sian.
Yeah.
So you know,
Very sad.
let's say today, if a person say to you lah, okay, I want to compare, so you already compare for him, spend time already. But after that, he still don't want to make a decision. Say, I think I still want to think about it, or still want to compare some more. Then you probably can tell him something like this lah. Mr. Prospect, I can understand why you want to compare lah. It's because most of the time we want to become a smart consumer, banding harga and see between A to Z. But honestly lah, how many companies do you want to compare? 16 companies? All 16? Of course, if you insist on doing so, that's your choice lah. But then, can I also say something? Whatever choice you make, whatever decision you make today, is also a mistake. 是一个错误So why do I say that? Okay. At the end of this meeting, Mr. Prospect, two things will happen. Number one, you may choose to take up lah. Okay, you may choose to take up let's say a powering. Now, when you take up a powering, we all know when it comes to insurance product, Bank Negara has it very well regulated lah. And they won't differ from one product to another by more than say 5-10%. Although there's product innovation, it keeps changing, but you won't change until like 50% difference over say 6 months. Alright. So if 6 months later you happen to come across a better product outside, okay, But I don't think so lah. If there is, I put my head here for you to chop lah. But I don't think so lah. So if somehow you find a better product outside, maybe it's better 5%, maybe it's better 10%, you can still switch lah. It's only a small mistake mah for that 6 months. Betul? But on the other hand, okay, so that's it on the left side. On the other hand, you can decide not to take up now from me. It's okay. So you go out there, you go and compare. Alright? But after some time has passed, we all know life is uncertain. Right? One day something happened and you need emergency fund. Okay? You have no source of help. And not only that, you have no chance to get the coverage again. So, in that respect, who suffer? And would that be considered a big mistake? So, which one would you rather make? Is it small mistake or big mistake? Can I help you to possibly make a small mistake, but definitely avoid the big mistake? So that's how you can talk to a client or prospect. And if you want to needle further, you can say but Mr. Prospect, you know to a widow or to an orphan the best price or the most value offer doesn't mean anything. If the person responsible was too busy comparing until cannot make the decision. So can I help you to make the right decision today, even if it may be a small mistake? So that's part of the encouragement if you want to try and close off today. Okay, so that's on in-force product. Why do people buy from you? Obviously, there must be an element of trust, and when we explain concepts, it should be using a simple, easy method not too canggih, too many what do you call that one? Jargon not too much of sophisticated terminology Always use official material rather than too much of self-created, unapproved sales material. And of course, put a good perceived value into whatever you're proposing. It must be attractive and worth to take up. So our training today help you to achieve these objectives. Okay. You can always put a price on a product, but you can't always put a price on service or on what we call an emotion bank account. If you want to use a more canggih term, it's called goodwill. So sometimes we have to invest in people, in relationships. So what it says here, buy small gifts when you visit your prospects. Usually visit your client, then you buy more. Prospect, you don't know. Or put extra mile to solve some issue or keep promises. Okay? If I say I'm going to do A means I'm going to do A, I don't say do A, belakang do B. Okay? Create a good impression in front of the prospect, dress appropriately, mana time. Neat and tidy, take note. No, you know why? Because wherever you go, you don't know where who you will bump into and exactly where. That is the reason why you should always dress appropriately. Even I walk out today, who knows, I may bump into my friend, I may bump into my whatever customer or my relative, you see. So that's the reason. Be punctual and be approachable. Smile. Be familiar with what you are going to propose, which is the product and the concept, the script. Well equipped with the selling tools. Lupa bawa ini, lupa bawa itu. People want to sign, got no form, jalan. So, and be sincere as well as confident. sales process, normally whatever we do, there must be an opening, there must be a presentation, there must be a closing lah. Okay? So small talk, well, this one have to be a bit careful lah. Everyone here fresh, never do insurance before. Who do before? Yes. No one is from insurance background. Tada. Okay. Good. So keen piece of paper. So that's why I say we have to be a bit careful with the small talk lah. Small talk is good, but also need to put some direction on where the talk leads to. Because sometimes you do small talk, the prospect may not respond to you in the same way that you expect. Okay? For example, when someone falls sick and in need of medical treatment, what would be his biggest concern? Right? So you wait for response, maybe he don't respond, then what do you do? So we have to guide the conversation. Maybe you say, no, is it medical expenses? That would be one of the big concerns, right? Okay? So are you prepared? Are you ready? Mr. Prospect, for a huge medical do one day when a person falls sick. If you have prepared, congratulations. But is it enough? Why? Why do we ask is it enough? Because inflation rate for medical in Malaysia is higher than many parts of the world, or for that matter, higher than your basic needs are. Everyone knows that, right? Partly because of imported inflation. So if you have not prepared, what would happen to you and your family? Okay? Okay? Simple. Everybody follow. Now there are a few options available, Mr. Prospect, if you have not saved enough or don't even have a provision. Okay. Number one, of course, we dig into our own savings. Okay. Let's say 300,000. Doctors say for treatment to be fast, to be good, Mr. Prospect, need 300,000 for the next 2-3 years. Mr. Prospect, are you ready? In order for me to get 300,000 ready, I have to save, right? But I have a saving of 300,000. Got it? Who has 300,000 saving right now? Who? So if saving is not enough, then honestly, like you ask 10 friends who has 300,000, don't have, right? Nobody saves that much cash. Huh?
You have.
In my dreams, I have loan. Then the next option is I have to borrow money. But would it be easy for a sick person to borrow money? No, right? If you ask, example only lah. If you ask your best friend anda? Who? One is my best friend. Okay lah. Yeah, or Jatai lah. You ask Jatai, can lend me 300,000. We are kawan semati sehidup kan.
Joey will.
What?
Joey will belum.
Because just now they also got asked this question.
Joey said yes.
Oh.
Best friend.
Like 30 cents to Japan.
Jangan tak breakfast.
Okay. But what if you agree to lend him? Then what will your family members say? What will your husband say? Right? Or what will your son and daughter say? Right? Because we don't save to lend other people, right? We save for our own self to use. If I lend him 100,000, tomorrow he bye-bye, how am I going to get back my 100,000? Alright? Not you lah. Number 3, So it's not easy to borrow. And if I have assets, why do I have to sell them? Because I can't use assets to pay, right? Simple as that. Betul? No hospital takes assets, what? They only take cash. If no cash, they ask for your credit card. If no credit card, they ask for medical card. I can't throw my car key there and you take my car. Doesn't make sense, right? Or number 4, ask for donation. Or even if I want to sell someone who is trying to buy from me, he knows I'm desperate. Don't you think he will press down my price? Don't you think I will be at a loss, at a disadvantage? Okay. So, furthermore, how long before the money comes in? Can I wait? The earliest I can get from a house sale, a property sale is what? You know, right? 1 year, right? Approximately before the money comes in. But can my illness wait another 1 year? It's hard to say. Correct or not? Do I have the funds to last 1 year? Number 4, ask for donation. Donation is good, provided you can get. Because you see everyday newspaper pun ada kan. Right? So Mr. Prospect, do you contribute or not? If yes, to everyone, the full amount, cannot be, right? But it's okay lah, Mr. Prospect. I also don't contribute lah. We cannot be helping everyone. We save for ourselves. We cannot be saving to donate to everybody. So donations are good, but we can't tell how fast it comes in. By the time it comes in, Mr. Prospect, it will be too late as well. True. So given a choice, what are these options? We know they cannot work or work effectively. At the end of the day, the normal way of saving or using our own money is not the best option. So that's why, as an alternative, if you take the burden on your shoulder by yourself, it's kind of heavy, right? So why not transfer that burden to a taiko lah? And this taiko is called Allianz. Paying 100, 200, 300,000 for you is a big burden, but paying 100, 200, 300,000 for a company like Allianz is peanut lah. It's easy for them to pay. So if you want taiko to help you, you first need to open an account with the taiko lor. It's called powering account. And with powering account, let's say you save 250 a month instead of you put in the Maybank. Okay? So the moment powering open, Allianz set aside for you a guaranteed emergency fund worth more than 1 million or 1.2 million. So how does it work? First of all, there is hospitalization, medical benefit worth 1 million lifetime to age 90 years old. More than long enough lah. Correct. Most of the time, we all know life expectancy is 72, 76. So 100,000 annual limit. Most admissions should be within this range and bought 200 per day. Now, of course, 200 per day maybe you cannot use for a single room because of the inflation, but at least can still stay in a double room. Only thing is 300 deductible on my own. How does a deductible function? It's something like excess lah, like your car insurance beyond certain amount they don't pay. Same thing here lah. The first 300 I pay on my own, but 300 on my own is still okay, right? Can afford, right? If 300,000, that's the one that I'm afraid of. So take care of my medical bills, but I still have another problem, which is the sick person cannot work, cannot feed himself, right? So that's why we have a critical illness lump sum claim 100,000, which we can use to help our living expenses, pay my astro bill, my nugget, my car, my house, children's education, school fees, and put food on the table, etc. Okay. Next, let's say I claim already 100,000, but I cannot recover. I'm unable to recover, pass away. So Allianz will make sure I don't die for free. So my family can get another 100,000 to take care of them. Or if it's not death lah, if it is total permanent disability, the same 100,000 comes out so that my family can take care of me. Alright? Finally, the best part, auto saving. Auto saving means in the past I was putting in, okay, let's say 250 a month. But the moment the illness happened, cancer, stroke, heart attack, 36 illness, what will happen is, Allianz, once they know, they will ask me to stop paying or stop putting in the premium, and they will take over at this exact moment. So instead of I put in 250 a month, Allianz will put in 250 a month every month for the rest of my life, forever until age 99 or death, whichever comes first. Okay, simple So this becomes basically my second EPF. Even if I don't go back to work, I have another saving pile of money in the Powerlink account that's continuously building. Okay? Then I'm not so pressured to go back to work. Cannot work as hard as before. Heart got problem already. Now, okay, Chinese, this is what it means. And board, annual limit 1 million. Okay? Sorry, my Chinese not too good. Cannot read out for you. Okay, move on. Sales process for when we continue talking. Okay, if you feel that the deductible is also a bit cumbersome and you would like to be covered from the first dollar, or if you feel that the annual limit is too little because in future inflation will be requiring more and more medical expenses, we can extend to a very high annual limit, say 1 million, and remove the deductible if you are able to put an extra 50 ringgit per month. Okay? 50 ringgit per month. Then, even the critical illness claim will increase another 50%. Just now was 100,000, this is 150,000. Death claim is also 150,000. Death or total permanent. And the auto saving is also increased to 300 per month or 3,600 per year. Okay? So Mr. Prospect, assuming Allianz is able to cover you, assuming you are able to qualify for this account, which package would you like to start with? Will it be the 250 or the 300? Okay? Easy. Let's see whether you can qualify to proceed to do some closing lah. Role play time. Come. Let's
Okay.
okay. We take turns. Everybody pair up. Two of you, and so on. Two of you. Everybody has a partner, right? Now, just nice. 14. So you take turns. One of you be customer first, the other. Can? Try. Let's play. Go play. Move on.
small talk first 啊。
那你有什么就是
有
你有准备了，那这样如果你没有准备个人的一下，如果说你说
要飞的飞，然后很脏，飞进去就把自己全身准备的全部的飞到日式高涨的一样飞。
要飞一下。
如果没有准备好，我就觉得你跟你的家人分享。就是说，如果你有来，我就要把你带去做工；如果你没有，就不好买。
的
那我觉得我需要帮你做一个
最担心的是什么啊？
给你们看，
你说遇到这个
each section 有